We are on our way to the North Texas Auto Show to get an up-close look at the Ford F-150 Lightning.
Yay!
So here's the deal and why we're here. Almost a year ago, Ford announced the F-150 Lightning. It sparked a big interest in me in electric vehicles. I've been watching a lot of EV vlogs ever since, and I have, as of November, I'm going to say 13th, put in a reservation on an F-150 Lightning, and I plan on ordering an XLT with the standard range battery, the tow technology package, and the Pro Power onboard upgrade, as well as the tailgate upgrade, which gives us the steps to get up to it, because you would like that.
Yeah, because I'm short. I like having steps.
And we're here at the North Texas Auto Show because I had a feeling that they were going to have an F-150 Lightning that we could see, which they do. It's a platinum model in Atlas blue, and they have an F-150 Lightning at the test. Let me say that again. They have an indoor EV test track here, and one of the vehicles that they have on site is an F-150 Lightning that is an XLT with the standard range battery pack in antimatter blue, which is a color that I'm thinking about, although I do like the white a lot. So we're going to document some of the things that we see here, and hope you enjoy the video. Check it out. We have an F-150 Lightning in the platinum trim level. Open. We can't get up on the display, we can't get in the truck, but we can see the front and we can touch the front. Rachel, do you think that'll fit our groceries?
I think it'll fit me. Possibly me and you.
We're on our way to the EV test track here at the North Texas Auto Show and passed the Ford display just a few minutes before Errol did the Ford presentation. So let's take a look at that.
If you follow the red carpet here and go all the way back to my left, you have a chance to ride in our all-electric Mustang Mach-E and this iconic vehicle that I'm standing next to. That's right, the all-new, all-electric, all-capable 2022 F-150 Lightning. It features 563 horsepower, 775 pound-feet of torque that yields a 0 to 60 time in the mid 4-second range. And speaking of range, well, you can get a maximum of up to 300 miles of range on a single charge. So let's talk about some of the iconic things that make this vehicle all F-Series, but also distinctively Lightning. Right up front, you'll notice that we have our distinctive light bar, which tells you the styling, and when you see this coming down the road, you're gonna know that this F-Series is a little bit different. Up front, underneath the hood, well, guess what? We have our Mega Power front. It features 400 liters of storage, 400 pounds of payload, and even gives you a washable, easy wipe down surface with a drain plug underneath here of the storage area. Now, the other big story is that you will actually be greeted with our Pro Power onboard system. Now, that's great because you're gonna get 2.4 kilowatts of power right up front. It allows you to have 4 120 volt plugs along with a USB-A and a USB-C. Now, when you get inside the cab of your F-150 Lightning, you're going to be greeted by our 15.5-inch Sync 4A screen. What that means for you is a more connected drive experience. Your Lightning is cloud-based and cloud-connected. So that means you're going to get real-time predictive range estimates that will monitor your speed, your altitude, if you're towing, and if you have it loaded, you'll have your payload scale available as well.
North Texas Auto Show has an EV test track, and we're going to go out and ride in that F-150 Lightning XLT in antimatter blue. Hi, mind if I record?
Please, go for it.
All right. I promise. I make no guarantees.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well, it's a big vehicle. It'd be a long reach for me.
Big back here.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. That's why the crew cab is something you might be interested in.
Yeah, and it's the only option.
I know.
It's just the only option for a Lightning. So
I got you. What's your name?
Javon.
Javon, nice to meet you. I'm Luke.
Luke and
Hi, I'm Rachel.
Rachel, pleasure to meet you.
Thank you for joining us today.
No worries, my pleasure.
We're very excited because we have put in a reservation for this vehicle, but of course it's going to be a couple years before we're able to get one.
I'm a late reservation holder.
You are.
But I love it that this is an XLT because that's the trim level I'm planning on
Oh,
ordering.
perfect. That's perfect.
So-
Doesn't work out that way all the time.
And we
Works
just
out
have solar
great.
panels on our roof,
Uh-huh.
so we have plenty of power just waiting.
Hang on.
Way to be used. Good.
And he's driving it. Woo! Woo! Hello. And he's been driving an F-150 for 7 years, so
All right. It's 775 pounds-feet of torque here.
wow.
So you're at around 563 horsepower with the extended range, 426 with the standard range battery. Okay. Miles you get is around 230 for the standard and around 300 for the extended.
What battery pack does this unit have in it?
This is the standard here.
This is the standard range.
Yes, sir.
Excellent.
It's the standard.
That's the pop that the standard range has.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna try to get you on camera for this.
Look at all the space I have. I can't even reach the other side. I'm trying. I can't do it. Ugh.
Ready?
Woo! That is fun.
That's a lot of G-force.
There we are.
Thank you, Jovan.
No problem.
That was a ton
no
of fun.
problem. You all are welcome. You all are welcome. Enjoy the rest of your day today.
Thank you.
all right?
Thank
You got it.
Like that interior. Check this trim out. That's nice.
Nice.
All right, and that is the antimatter blue. Go ahead. All right, so what'd you think of the ride?
It was fun. Oh my gosh. First of all, we had a great driver, John.
Yeah, Jovan was he was getting on it, and
Yeah.
he knew how to control that truck really well.
Yeah, that thing just moves. Man, it was fast.
And that's the truck that I'm ordering, an XLT with a standard range battery.
So exciting.
And that has a lot of power. Oh my god. We rode in the Mach-E GT, and the truck felt like it had more punch.
I did. It was weird.
It might just be your brain playing tricks with you because you don't expect something that looks like that to move like that.
It could be, or it could have been that our driver was just a little bit more aggressive in the truck, but I mean, both drivers were great.
I love driving this car.
Thank you very much, Jenny.
You're welcome. Am I going to be a YouTube famous now?
If I get more subscribers, yeah.
The Lightning is awesome. We're gonna go look at the Silverado.
This is the Silverado EV, and we're going to compare it directly. There is no way that frunk is as big as the one on the F-150.
Agree.
It's not as wide, it's not as deep, it doesn't
have
have
the extra.
doesn't have the extra lip
ice
at the
chest
drain.
thing, yeah.
And this is, what do they call it, the RST or something like that? This is the top trim level that they're coming out with, not the work truck. And the work truck's 40 grand, but this is $105,000. But that means this is going to have four-wheel steering.
Look at the size of those tires.
Yeah. And this has the multifunction gate, so it has that little lip.
Look at those tires, 24 inches.
21 inch or at least. Sorry. And this has the mid gate that'll go down, so you actually get close to 12 feet with the gate down and that lip up
Now that's neat.
into there. But
That's a neat
to get it, you have to get this trim level. That's not available on the work truck level. This trim level is 105 grand.
Dang. That's a neat feature. You can't. Oh, look at the styling on the inside.
Uh-huh.
Look at the white and black. That's pretty nice. Or light gray and black. That's pretty nice. It looks good.
Now, if they, had an LS or LT version of this,
Yeah.
they're monstrous, yeah. They are 24-inch wheels. We wanted to go again. I wanted to go again. You right up front this time. Hi.
Good. How are you?
Do you mind if I record? I'm Luke. This is Rachel.
Hi.
Kayla, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Kayla.
See
seatbelts, please.
Yes, we've seen how this thing moves. Oh yeah, there's a ton of room back here.
Yeah. So the cool thing about the Super Duty, or not Super Duty, oh my gosh. The cool thing about the Lightning is that it's one body size. It's one body size, one bed size, which makes it a lot easier for production because it actually limits the number of configurations that you can have. But it also makes it easier for me to memorize.
Right.
Because when people like are like, how much is a Power Boost starting price at? I'm like, I don't know. What size cab do you want and what size bed do you want? Those are the first things you got to pick out before you can figure it out. So 0 to 60 in this one's about 5-6 seconds.
Whoa.
So this is just our XLT. It's one of 4 trim levels that we offer for the Lightning. We have the Pro, XLT, Lariat, and Platinum. So this is the second one going up. Starts at about $52,000. Comes with our standard range battery, which is going to give us 230 miles to the charge and about 426 in horsepower. When you go up to the extended range battery, you're going to get about 300 miles to the charge and about 562 in horsepower. Now the cool thing is both batteries give us well over 700 foot-pounds of torque, which is that feeling you get right away when I take off is an instantaneous torque. But that's a crazy amount of power to be putting in an F-150, considering that we normally put that like in a Super Duty. So the fact that they were able to put it inside of this is pretty awesome. We can tow 7,500 pounds with this battery, and then 300 or 10,000 pounds with the extended range battery.
Amazing. So fun.
So much fun. Super cool truck.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kayla.
Yeah, thank you guys very much. Be careful crossing. We don't want to lose any people or doors.
Gotcha.
Right. And this has got the bed liner, and there's the other Pro Power. Okay.
Nice.
All right. So we're leaving the test track, and my final thoughts on that Lightning is I want one. I've got a reservation in, but I was really late. I really want Ford to amp up production so that I don't have to wait 2 more years. I can wait 1 more year probably with anticipation and bated breath, but that is a very nice truck. It's very comfortable. I don't have a crew cab now. I have a 2013 F-150 XLT. I've driven that thing for almost 8.5 years. And it definitely gets the job done. That feels way nicer than mine, even though it's the exact same trim level. A lot to be said for upgrades in years. But some of the stuff like the screen on that, it doesn't come with the big screen that the Mach-E has. You can get that on the Lariat and the Platinums, but you can't on the XLT. But that display screen was plenty big enough for me. I mean, don't you think?
Yeah, I agree. It's a nice truck. It's great. Like you said, we want one.
It is comfortable. Riding on that test track was insane. We just had to go again before we left the auto show. It was super fun. And Kayla was just as aggressive as Javon, man.
Yeah, she went for it, man. And I think it's the truck. It's not just the driver. It's just the truck has so much power. It just goes for it. Like she was saying, it's the torque. You feel it pushing you against the back, against the seat, because there's just so much power. It was great.
And to clarify, that was an XLT Lightning with a standard range battery pack. That wasn't, so we can't say, it was just that acceleration because it had the extended range battery pack and the extra horsepower. That was what the standard range is going to have, and that is something. That is really, really something.